we got to talk about part two of what's going on with the Drake Kendrick Lamar beef. Drake's corny self escalated to hands being laid on by Rick Ross. At first, Drake and Chubb's goofy ass was in the comments laughing about a black man, namely Rick Ross, getting jumped by a bunch of men that were palm colored, calling him the N-word. Kiki. It's all fun and games. But y'all, Drake and Academics actually escalated to weirdo status. DJ Academics posted a video that he claimed were people in Jamaica doing voodoo, dark magic on Whitney and Dave Free. It was weird. It was dark. It was corny. It was everything Drake is, minus the dark part. Anyway, y'all, let's get into this because you can't make this up. Where do we start at first? First of all, let's start off with the whole Drake thing, okay? At first, Drake and them were letting it known it was them. Drake in the Family Matters video, I did a whole live on this, but let me just condense it for everybody and I'll put up proof. On the Family Matters video, when he was dissing Kendrick, he literally showed him chauffeuring, acting like driving Miss Daisy to the head of the Hells Angels chapter in Canada, or at least in Toronto. Also, Andrew Curran, I believe, is one of the presidents. He is Drake's neighbor. It has been talked about on Canadian TV. I'll put the clip in the back about the way Drake was always a groupie for the Hells Angels, begging for protection, begging to be down with the membership, but they wouldn't let him in. But I guess he paid enough and that check cleared. Now, also, the Hells Angels are notoriously racist, borderline neo-bebe group. Everybody knows it. Argue with yourself. I don't care if you know one or two Latino, Black, or Asian Hells Angels. It is what it is. And the people that are actually white that hang in the Hells Angels will tell you that much. Okay? Times ain't changed that much. So, why does everybody, including me, think Drake ordered that? Academics posted that. On top of that, he posted that weird Obeah thing. Is really dark. I'm not going to show the video because it's bad vibes, but I will say Kendrick stayed prayed up. And not only that, Drake, Academics, whoever else y'all got trying to put roots on people, do you not know that stuff will come back 10 times to you? You playing with things that you don't understand.
Hey guys, Future Tisa here. Also, Ak is so goofy. It's been confirmed what he was showing was not, in fact, voodoo. It was something called Obeah. Also, do you know that Obeah is illegal in Jamaica? The act makes it illegal to be a person practicing Obeah. It defines it as any person who, to an effect, any fraudulent or unlawful purpose, okay, set for the gain or for the purpose of frightening any person, uses or pretends to use any occult means, or pretends to possess any supernatural power or knowledge. Y'all, if that was me and I was Kendrick, I would be petty and go to Jamaica and wait for them to make a citizen arrest of DJ Fluffy. But anywho, let's continue.
And Ak is a straight up weirdo for posting that. And so's Drake. Let's get into this. Okay, so what do we know? Drake was trying to brag that he got ties to the Hells Angels in in Canada. If you guys don't know, Hells Angels actually is a California gang. It started in California. They were known to be white people that do not like black people, and black people were not allowed to join for the longest time. And there's still only a smattering of them. On top of that, just last weekend in Bakersfield, California, the whole chapter of Hells Angels were arrested for drugs, trafficking, kidnapping, all this crazy stuff. They are super, super criminal. Some people said that Drake was begging for the protection of the Hells Angels because he thinks that when he has to go to LA, right, for his Oakland stop, he thinks the Hells Angels are going to provide him protection. I don't know how true that is. I doubt it very much. And does Hells Angels in America? That's like saying, the blood of Crips in California, and they're going to protect you in New York. Do the Hells Angels from America, California to Canada, do they even talk? Can they offer them safe passage? And are the Hells Angels in California going to go to war with the Bloods and the Crips over Drake stuff? Because at the end of the day, Drake already paid that money. I just take that money and laugh. He is the dorky kid that will pay his way out of anything, I'd take his money and still let him get his butt beat in California. People are very critical, and by people, I mean me, that Drake has taken because he can't take his L and because he got out rapped and because everybody knows that he was once a lame, always a lame. He is now escalating this to violence because he has nothing else because he thinks it's going to distract us the fact that he is a loser. But let's get into what everybody's saying. On top of that, Drake has always wore the 81 t-shirts. That is Hell's Angel gang paraphernalia. The people that jumped Drake were wearing Hell's Angels paraphernalia. Now, first they were kikiing over this, and Drake was liking the video of white boys calling a black man the N-word while they're beating up. Again, Drake don't identify with black culture. Think about it. Drake, what did somebody say? Somebody made a really good joke. I gotta find it. Somebody made a really good joke about Drake collaborated. Where is it? They said Drake collaborated with hold on, this is good. They said, hold on. Joe Johnson on Twitter said, "Let me get this straight. Drake went to cry to his white mom about Rick Ross being racist to him. Okay. Then he was featured on an album. Drake was featured on an album with a girl that was so racist, she needed therapy. That's right. Camila Cabello was caught being so racist and vile, anti-Black and anti-Asian, right? And this was current stuff that they literally sent her to therapy to reprogram her mind from racism. And now, Drake is getting backed by a gang with white supremacy ties. Yo, this is crazy. Okay. Drake has often wanted to be a member of the Hells Angels. There's a clip I'm going to put at the end of this video that have two older white men talking about Drake begging and pleading to be a part of the Hells Angels, how vile they think this is, and what a poser Drake is. And this was years before this came out. He's been trying to get down with them for 5 years. Again, Drake is a lame, and he was never invited to the cookout because he's not Black American. I don't care. Black, he's not Black culturally. He don't get invited. I'm sorry. Anyway, David Dennis said Drake liking the post of a bunch of white dudes yelling the N-word and jumping Black folks is a definition of being not like us. So there's that. Now, here's the funny thing: the Drake trolls, because this is a coordinated attack. You can't tell me that Rick Ross getting jumped on Canadian Day by a gang with close white supremacist ties, and then Academics posting the weird post about voodoo. Ooh, he is weird. Keep Six Solid, right? Said, it's ironic that a white boy punched Rick Ross in the face. Meet Icarus, a rapper, right? Icarus, a rapper. He is a Hell's Angel from British Columbia. Okay? Also, 6AKTV, whatever, they showed that those are British, they call them BC Demons. BC Demons are part of the Wolfpack Alliance. The Wolfpack Alliance is one of the chapters of Hell's Angels. Icarus is a Hell's Angel. In Family Matters, in order for Drake to show Kendrick that he was linked up, he posted up with the head of the Canadian division of a big biker gang that is borderline white supremacist with tight neo-Nazi and white supremacist ties. Y'all, I don't know if people are still talking about that they're bots, or to them, they don't see race, which lets me know you're not Black and you don't really care about the struggle. So why should we even be talking about this, right? Anyway, let's keep going in to this, right? X on Twitter said, Drake got racist white men fighting for his honor, laughing my butt off. Drake's brand is cooked. Again, the guy has been identified. His name is Icarus, a rapper. He is a Hell's Angel from British Columbia. Again, Drake posted up. David Dennis Jr. said, Drake liking the post of a bunch of white dudes yelling the N-word and jumping Black folk is the definition of being not like us. Larry Legend said, a bunch of white boys saying N-word ain't that funny though. Keepsake Solid said, it's ironic that a white boy punched him in his face. Again, Keepsake Solid, go research that account. It's Hell's Angels all up and down there. Julian said, Drake is turning to the Klan for help. Whatever you say, LOL, that's how you know he ain't black. He hate black Americans now because we rejected him. So now he going, I don't know. I don't know. They said Drake contacting white gangs is more telling than anything else in this beef. Laughing my butt off. Where you even going to talk to these ninjas at? They said Bossman Stelio said Drake Scoons, who are Hell's Angels, a known racist gang, jumps a black man while calling him the N-word. Drake likes the post of the fight with said white supremacist jumping the black man. I think this is where I rescind any and all support. This is weird AF, okay? Also, Shimmy Shimmy said, I respect that you're the only account that I'm seeing who's not just saying OVO, because they keep saying, oh, it's OVO fans. When it's not OVO fans, you can see Merculus, okay, standing next to Icarus. I know more, but that's all I'm going to say here. They are noted affiliations to white supremacist affiliated gangs. Again, Drake is who Drake is. Six Solid says, shout out to Vancouver for chin checking the double chin on Canada Day. Again, I guess in Canada, a black man being called the M word is no big deal because they have no cultural ties to slavery, according to them. So what is the big deal? More people are being identified, and Drake is liking more and more posts. Here's the weird part. Y'all brace yourself for this and have y'all grannies get in a prayer circle, because this is not a joke, even though I wish it was. It's just pure weird. Academics is a fluffy weirdo for this. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. This is actually demonic. And remember when Joe Button got in him for his keeping his account for his Instagram at 666. I'm gonna put the thing at the end if I can find it. Anyway, I'm not going to post the video because that is very, 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 very dark energy. But Academics TV on Twitter posted Jamaica reppin' OVO. It is a picture, as you can see, of Sade, and they put name Whitney Alford, and then another Day Free saying name Day Free. And they are doing Obeah, I think it's Obeah on it, right? They are doing, shout out to CPL Hicks for actually sending me this so I could see what is going on. Drake said Drake is spiraling and crashing out on the internet. His latest music flop. The world is calling him a pedo. OVO hoes, which they are not, they were Hell's Angels, crashing out on and off the internet. It's fair that, OVO hoes are crashing on and off the internet. It's fair to say Not Like Us has more cultural impact and has done more damage than any diss record. Chubb's fluffy ass is also liking these videos too. Again, Chubbs picked his side, and no. Anyway, let's get into this. Let's see, let's get into this. And this is where it comes from, the issue. Okay, so Otaku Hot Girl said, Drake being defended by a notorious racist biker gang member isn't something to boast about. It even proves Kendrick's point even further. On top of that, where is it at? They're talking about Drake and Camila Cabello. They said she put her intense racism to Black Americans aside in order to make a song with Cardi and Drake, and that shit still flopped. I know she hate Black people even more than ever now. Black Aziz Anaisis said, well, I'm sorry, so that was Ozempic Saint that said the joke about Camila Cabello. Black Aziz Answa said Drake watching Rick Ross getting beat up and called N-word by a bunch of white boys in Vancouver. On top of that, where are we at? Let's get into the things. They said keep Six Solid after Academics, it was Jamaicans, posted laughing, saying Haitians are doing voodoo on Kendrick Lamar's baby mom, Whitney, and Day Free. TL said they must know God protect this man from all evils. Listen, Not only are they anti-black, but they're doing dark magic. Tori Wan Kenobi said academics posting videos of foreigners trying to do dark magic on Whitney and Day Free. Rick Ross getting jumped in Canada. Drake sneak dissing on the gram again. Not Like Us video coming soon. Part 2 is loaded. You guys, listen. This mess with academics, it's demonic. It's demonic that you would do that. And you're playing with dark forces, dark power, and you're getting too in. You are literally trying to put roots on Kendrick's baby mom and Day Free because Kendrick bodied Drake in a rap beef and pointed out he was a pedo. PDF file, which, by the way, I actually agree with this. They said the reason why Drake is acting like a weirdo, they said he bodied Meek by leaning into the ish Meek was saying about him. Meek said he wasn't a street ninja, and he said, yeah, yep, but you get embodied by a singing ninja. Listen, and then he went in, he murked him with memes. However, Drake thinks he can lean into this too. The 69 guy pedo allegations, nah, that ain't the play. That ain't the play. That's him putting 69 God up on the screen. So where are we at? Because we need to actually talk about this. Where do we at? Drake and academics have exposed themselves as being weirdos. You literally representing your Jamaican culture as putting roots on two innocent people, acting like Kendrick ain't prayed up. You better stop. You better stop. CPL Hicks, thank you so much for sending me this. But this mess is just weird. This is weird. Listen, he said, uh, why spicy? Why is he spicy? Said, can you please chuck off and leave us alone forever? This is so weird and corny. Like, you're so pathetic. Please stop claiming Jamaican, you generational loser. Somebody else said, Higher Design said, I feel like this is bad in my guts. Listen, you said you doing a bio on Kendrick is unnecessary. Listen, this is weird. They're weirdos. Sarah said, this is evil AF and against popular opinion. Drake does believe in God and would never support this dumb ish. I don't believe that. I want to see Drake go to church. Listen, somebody said Kendrick using bots. He is not. Blogs. He is not. And influencers. He is not. We just don't like Drake organically. So I'm not mad at this. You think bots is equal to you doing voodoo on his baby's mom and day free? Do you even understand with Obeah the forces you are invoking, the things you are playing with? That shit comes back to you. This is crazy. Jerome Innes said, out of pocket for this. Your platform is too big to be posting this on people that are not involved with this rap beef. All respect to you has just vanished. Biggie the Seven said, Drake really paid people to do voodoo on Kendrick and his family. This is disgusting. And whoever find it funny is also disgusting and weird as F. Listen, Eloili said, and you don't see anything wrong with this. You're not condemning this nonsense. May everything these people do return to them tenfold. Somebody said, added Kendrick, don't worry, stay prayed up. If you believe that there's more between heaven and earth, go to Ghana or Haiti and return to sender. Y'all, listen. Listen. Jamaican repping Obeah. This is what Enigma says. And you proceed to show Obeah, man, y'all really don't do shit but cosplay and disrespect cultures. Listen, this is it is what it is. Casio, I think, topped it off. He said, this is terrible day to have. This is a terrible day to have eyes. I'm a Drake fan from Nigeria, and this is absolutely horrifying for me to look at for so many reasons. If Drake don't come out and disassociate himself from this foolery, I am done. I'm done. I'm done. You guys, Drake showed you who he is. Act showed you who he is. UMG showed you who they are, because please believe that UMG condoned all these social media posts. Every single last one of them. Yeah, let's pray that this does not escalate. And let's pray that everything that Drake, Ack, or whoever is doing those roots return back to them by tenfold. Because baby, you can culture vulture anything you want, and you can do anything you want to imitate Instagram posts. Baby, you don't want that Obeah to come back on you. And it looks like it's going that way. You messing with things you don't know anything about. Woo! Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
thing is that every time it's hard to say, well, that's what this is, or that's what, because they say, no, you're wrong. It's actually not that. And so, but he knew what he was doing. He was wearing this Hells Angels thing. I think he was looking for street cred. Hells Angels aren't at fault for it. You know, I don't know how they really feel about this guy doing it, but you know, I don't think they're involved with him. I don't think he's a member. I think he just wants to look like he's a tough guy.
You know, Joe, I think you're really onto something profound here. I mean, when you look at Drake, I mentioned in the intro, this is the fellow from the mean streets of Forest Hill. Now, for those not familiar with Toronto, Forest Hill is probably one of the very best neighborhoods in all of Toronto.
That's where he grew up.
Yeah, it's the absolute opposite of straight out of Compton. And I think for street cred, I think because of the rap hip-hop culture, it's important that you have this really badass persona, that you're a gangsta. You know, that's what really counts. I don't get it myself, but
his lyrics reflect that. I mean, and rap, I guess goes with it. That's art. We're not into censorship around here, and so, you know, it is what it is. This is one of these things where, you know, you've got a guy who wants so badly to be part of that scene.
Yeah.
And, you know, how he does it is, and there's a lot of things to like about Drake. I mean, his career success is there. He's from here. I think a lot of us are enjoying how successful he is. And he's taken some of the local people with him. But the problem is they're on bail for violent crimes, taking them to Europe. And I think that's the part that really bothers me. And for me, David, it's the whole thing that goes back to around 3 years ago when Ariella Navarro Fenoy was shot down at the CNE at the music nightclub.
Right.
And it happened in front of Drake, the original shooting. Yeah. And he never did talk to the police. And
yeah, he went AWOL on that issue.
He did. And he was there, and his guys were there. And we don't know who killed the other guy, Duval Hibbert, and the shot that was either aimed at him or somebody else that was fleeing that went down the street and hit Ariella. Yeah. That was one of Drake's fans. And if you're not going to go and talk to the police and help them for one of your fans, then I've lost a lot of respect for you.